Hello everybody! Today I'm going to be painting with some rocks, and first up I'm going to grind them with this. Woo! So I'm doing a voiceover because in the actual video I'm wearing a respirator. And safety first. Got some lapis lazuli that I'm putting into the coffee grinder. This is a old retired coffee grinder. As you can see, I use it for rocks. And yeah, so it's in there, and now I'm going to start grinding it. Here we go. There. And we're just going to do that for a while. Quite a while, actually. So right there, where I put my thumb, and there again with my finger, you can see that there is like some really fine dust accumulating there. That's a good sign. That means that it is definitely grinding up the lapis, and then you have to shake it. And now, as you can tell, I sped this part up. I should have probably told y'all. But yeah, so just moving it around, shake, shake, shake. And just trying to get all the particles, you know, all to the top, which way around, and yep, click clap. I had to go get something. So this is a white acrylic. I'm going to try this just as a base. I don't suggest using a white acrylic as a medium, and the reason why is because the rock particles aren't going to show up. It's just so heavily infused with the white acrylic coloring, pigment basically, that it's impossible. But I did mix a little bit of this lapis lazuli in there. The idea being that, you know, true white isn't really a natural kind of thing. So typically what you're going to do is in painting, you're going to dilute that white with another color. And something that I wanted to do was have like a little bit of like a stormy kind of feel to this painting. So I felt like a little bit of the lapis in there is going to be cool. And you'll see that I did not actually grind it up enough. And you'll be able to tell that I didn't do that because you'll see some specks of it in there. And, you know, for this painting, I didn't mind. But for a future painting, I definitely will be processing it differently. And yeah, right now I'm just mixing it. And I guess I'm mixing it off camera. In the meantime, I hope that you have already liked this video. If you haven't, please do so. Also, if you're not already subscribed, I would really love it if you could subscribe. Subscribers are cool, but honestly, watching the videos is just the bee's knees to me. So if you at least do that, give me a like, and maybe even leave a comment. That'd be awesome. So right now I'm just doing the background. As you can see, it's just a little bit of a different, yeah, there we go, different color. You can see it's very lightly blue in comparison to the more white slash smudged canvas. Yeah, just a little bit of a tinge to it. Just add a little to the whole painting. And I'm just going to be working that in. One thing about my paintings is I just kind of paint the way I want to. I don't really have like a set, I don't know, set of rules for my paintings. I know that some people do. Some people want like a certain process. Other people will dye the canvas. All of that is awesome. This is kind of just my way of doing it with, you know, because I'm working with the rocks for this time. I'm not working with a traditional oil paint or acrylic. Now right now I am actually doing something specific. I'm putting in where I want like my landscape to be, essentially. I'm going to be doing a landscaping painting. So I'm doing the diagonals for the sky. I did the horizontal for the, just close up of my hand. I did the horizontal for the actual ground. It just kind of gives me a blueprint. That's just one way that I do it. Other people will do like a coloring. They'll map it first. In this case, I'm just doing my own thing. And I'm gonna have fun. And I hope you do too. I'm gonna start with mixing the pigments and the paints. And you might be hearing Sophie having a dream in the background at this point. I don't exactly remember. Here's a really pretty one. This is mica. So this I actually made previously. I tested it out. Oop, there's some cat hair. And I'm using a very special ingredient for this. I hope all y'all can get behind this. It's not necessarily a paint, but so yeah, real quick, this mica, I put it in this little container that I got, and I'm gonna mix it up a little, show you, because it's separated from the medium that I'm using. This is not a white acrylic that I used as a medium. I only did that for the background, and I kind of regret doing that a little bit, but I also don't. I regret not letting it dry. That's really what it is. But yeah, I like it. You'll see what happens with it. Right now I'm testing out that mica and putting that down. And what am I moving on to? Oh, the magic ingredient, glue. It's glue, you guys. I'm so sorry if you expected something better. I do not have a oil paint medium that does not turn yellow, and I really did not want to see it. Oh my god, excuse me. I really didn't want to see the colors turn yellow if they didn't have to. Yeah, I wanted it to be a little bit more of a pure color, I guess you'd say. Now here is something fun. Every time that I grind Lavic rocks, the red ones, I have been saving the schmutz from there and putting it in these containers. That one is a yellow Lavic. I actually went and legitimately got that specific stuff from the South Cadies. There's a little area that has just this degrading Jasper, yellow Jasper, and I grabbed a couple pieces there when I was out exploring. So tappy tappy, tippity tap, tap tap tap. Here we go. Let's mix it up. Thank goodness for respirators. Seal that back up. We don't want that everywhere. Now the red. I'm just doing what I want. So it looks chunky. I think there was like one or two pieces that were actually chunky pieces. But this is just the rock pigment that when it dried up into that kind of shaping. You can just real quickly smush it up. I end up using this cheap paintbrush to mix everything and smush it up, so I didn't really mind. And if you're going to make your own pigment, I don't suggest doing the coffee grinder method. I definitely would suggest buying the actual rocks or minerals and using your cabbing machine to grind it up. What I do is I grind it at 80 and on a hard wheel 80, obviously, and I have a very clean tray that the water goes into, and the output of the trays I also put into that little Tupperware while I'm grinding. So I'll collect all that water, and then I take the trays with the water, and there you go, there's a better shot of that. And then I take the trays that have the water and the sediment in there, and I dump all of it into the Tupperware. the corresponding Tupperwares. You have to clean in between to keep the color as pure as possible. And yeah, that's what I do. And then I just let it all dry up. It'll take a while, but it's definitely worth it. You can kind of see a little bit of some of the material. And this one you'll definitely see a bit more clearly. You'll see a mostly homogenized paint and pigment, but you see these specks. Do you see that? All the grains in there? Yeah, that is the lapis that did not grind down enough to fine powder. If you buy it online, then you'll definitely want to get fine powder. The place that I got some of these, like the lapis and the mica, I got that from, I believe their name's Pep Rocks. They're on Etsy. And here we go. Painting, starting the painting. But yeah, I got them from Etsy, and I would suggest looking into it for sure. I don't think that they have fine powders for much. I think that they have mostly just the mica is the fine powder. It would be really amazing if they had both. But you can make it your own with the capping machine. So do what you want. And as you can see, the white background, the acrylic is kind of picking up and mixing. So that's why I would not suggest it, or I would suggest drying it first. I try to end up using it to my advantage by just, creating this landscape. And I've created a high point with this cool little mountain. It's going to be my highest point. I'm kind of just doing a Lavic feeling scene. There's a couple areas out there that look like this in the rock formations that I end up doing. Now I'm switching over to the red because it's darker, so I'm putting that in the foreground, not the background, because the farther things away, the lighter they're going to be. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm going to start at the bottom to establish like a darker color because the white is picking up and it is diluting it. So you're going to see now in a little bit, it's going to show that that's happening. I don't mind so much when I get to the higher up area. You see it's starting to get lighter there. And then I'm just kind of plotting in some shapes, doing as I want, And there you go. You can see it's getting a little lighter. And I'm kind of debating. I hit a really light spot right there. And it's kind of turning into another little valley. Now I'm deciding what do I want to do here. Just turning it into more of rock formations. And I'm liking that kind of swoop. And there we go. I like that. So I'm going to move away and work on this little section here. Adding some more stuff in the distance, a little here too. And now I'm just going a bit more there, and I kind of like the look of this. So I'm carrying on with that. But then I realized it needs to be a little bit taller. So here we go. Making a little bit of another color here. Just trying to kind of like dilute it a little bit, that blue, because it's really, really blue. So doing a little of the storm sky feeling, add a little white in there. I'm doing the white, there you go. I'm mixing on the canvas. This is something that if you go to a painting school, often the teachers will tell you not to do this. And I'm adding more glue, because why not? The blue needs more glue. So what I'm trying to do right now is just blend all the darker bits. Maybe not blend, but kind of, create some visual appeal. Definitely some stormy weather there. And now that's my trick. I turn it upside down, and typically you do the background, but I did it differently. Often I'll do it differently. I just do what I want, and it's not always right, but it's just if it's right for you, then, and it's not like hurting anybody and you're not doing anything wrong, then it doesn't matter if you get the, you know, it's art. So the problem with that though is that then you have that kind of clear, like that's where my brush was, the line up against the mountain and the sky. Typically it's not the best. I end up working that out. Now I'm trying to add a little bit of some shadowing. And I'm trying to figure out where I want the light to come and kind of hit stuff. So yeah, I just kind of keep building up everything. And it's the way I paint. And it's not always right, but just do what I want to do. Adding some structure to this rock formation. There's some really cool rock formations out there. If you haven't been out to the Cadies or Lavic area, I highly suggest going. Even if you don't want to look at rocks, just go look at the scenery. It's beautiful out there. And now I think, yeah, that's what I was going to do, is I was going to put a road in. And now I'm going to build up the color on that. I'm trying to make some lighter colors with mixing the white, just playing around. You'll see it gets a little bit too white. Having it as a little bit of some body to the color is good, but you can see it's definitely changes the color. And there's the road. And then I realize as I'm putting the road in, I'm like, where's this road going? Wait a second. I'm just gonna hide that part and create some more visual interest with some rocks. And then I realized I need to put like this road in and really get the idea right, but try to carve that out there. It's not even really a road, it's a wash. That's what I was trying to do. And I went above the horizon line. And this is me knowing, where's my horizon gonna be here? And I'm trying to figure it out. This is why sun planning is good, obviously. But I kind of just move on for a little bit, let that dry. I'll establish a horizon with the road in a little bit, but since it's a wash, I went above where the horizon would be, so that I know like that would be like where the gravity would be. The gravity would be taking the water from the higher point downwards. So that was kind of the feel of it, even though it's going to be cut out with the horizon or cut down. I think you know what I mean. You'll see. You'll all see. This painting. It works. And then this is what I'm trying here, which was a stupid idea, but hey, it's not stupid if you can fix it, I guess, right? Well, no, it's still stupid. So yeah, now I'm trying to get this white spot off because I was just trying to add a little bit of some lightness to the clouds, figure out a little bit of a random spattering, so that when I put in a little bit more like shape the clouds in there, then I have like an idea, a random idea, but doesn't turn out. And then I lost that really beautiful crease that was in the mountain. Oh golly, oh Bob Ross, you'd be so sad. It's okay, it's okay. Happy little mountains, happy little mountains. And happy little hands blocking the happy little mountains that I'm painting. Whole view. I don't know if you've heard me making weird noises while I'm painting, but I didn't realize that I did that until I watched this video back. Yeah, I I think the reason why is because I'm sitting while I'm painting, and I never do that. I always stand when I'm painting. I don't know if you can hear in the background while I'm doing this voiceover, but Trinity is playing with a rock, and she's going hard with this rock. Wow. Anyway, so now I'm building some clouds here. Let's see. La la la. In our clouds, happy little clouds. Boop boop boop. Get some ideas. Block the view. Oh yeah, so I usually will stand up when I'm painting, and the reason for that is because I use like my whole body, basically. I don't know how to explain it. It's the same as when I'm filming. It's like I use my entire body. I brace weirdly, I move about the canvas weirdly, all that. It's fun. And yeah, now I'm gonna let it dry overnight, and this is what it looks like in the morning. Woohoo! All right. It's been about 24 hours, just a little under. And this is the result of the painting. As you can see, I did a little bit more work. It was kind of dry enough that I was able to, but yeah. It's definitely a very stormy scene in Lavic, or the Cadies. I think it was really fun and cool that I was able to rockhound these rocks that I used for this painting. Oh, and then look, real quick. That's what happens. Separates again. The glue and the mica and the water. But anyway, it was really cool to have been able to rockhound the rocks that I used in this painting, with the exception of the mica and the lapis lazuli. I think things that I've learned from this would be to grind the rocks better and more. Let me show you some of that info. Where did I just put it? There it is. Had it in my hand and put it down. So, yeah, I was doing some testing with the stuff. But basically, this is the stuff from Lavic that I ground on the cabochon, the cabbing machine. And you can see right here, I've got that. Kind of looked really, really good. The mixture that I made with the glue and the Lavic rocks, they were ground down well enough. These were not. You can see this is the malachite and this is the lapis lazuli. Did some tests with this. It's the glue. It's just glue and just rocks. This is the rocks, like the lapis. I took it and I ground it up. You saw that on the video earlier. This is it with glue. This is it with the acrylic. This is the lapis mixed with some of the Lavic and the acrylic. You can see that the Lavic definitely looks a lot better. You can see the grains of the lapis that I did not fully grind down enough. And yeah, it's just the different things. It looks terrible, but it was just for testing, and I swear, forgive me, y'all. But yeah, that's that. Stuff. Other stuff. And yeah, my friend Femme Mechanique, she's going to be doing something similar like this, and I'm gonna put a link to her video maybe up here, or not video, but her page up here, and then at the end screen as well, you'll see that. Go subscribe to her, go subscribe to some other really cool channels as well, and yeah, go have a really good day. I hope you guys are doing great. I love you all, and just remember, everybody rocks, you rock too! Bing! I love you!